About 200 fans gathered alongside family and friends to say goodbye to Leon Wilkeson. Holding hands, they listened to the music that has kept this extended family of supporters together for so long.
That's why you're here, because you love the music and you knew the man. And Leon, I mean, I don't think anybody realized how great Leon was, how great a human being he was, until we lost him.
Now he is remembered not only as a great musician, but as someone who could be anybody's best friend.
How many rock stars do you know? Instead of just giving you an autograph, he'd go home and stay on your couch for a week and buy you groceries.
Wilkeson had survived the plane crash from 24 years ago that killed lead singer Ronnie Van Zant and 5 others. Surviving members got back together and continued to play and tour. And fans here say that music will always be with them.
That's rock and roll. Best on earth. You think one day you're going to be 40, 50 years old and all of a sudden it just goes away, and it's not like that.
He survived the plane crash. Still playing music. It's not here.
And so fans celebrated the music of Lynyrd Skynyrd and the contributions bass player Leon Wilkeson has made to the band for so many years.
And I remember when Leon Wilkeson first came to the band. I remember it very well. I said, who is this character?
Now, in honor of Wilkeson, current band members say they will play on and finish their summer tour, including a stop in Jacksonville this August.
We will finish what we started this year. Brother Leon, we love you.
We had a lot of memories yesterday that we talked about, that our last memories of Leon, you know, being with him, from playing to traveling with him to whatever. And I'm sure all of you have your last memory. So think about your last memory and think about what we can learn from Leon Wilkeson. You're all good people to be here today, and I'm proud to be a part of your family. I'm very proud to be here today looking at everybody in your eyes and saying, I'm a part of this family. I've been a part of this family since the early years. And I remember when Leon Wilkeson first came to the band. I remember it very well. I said, who is this character? When Billy Powell first came to the band, I was there, and I said, who is this character? All of them. I said, you're quite a trip, you know? Ronnie Van Zant, what can I say? I was with Ronnie Van Zant. I had some of the most interesting talks with him that you would ever believe. To me, he was a Southern poet way ahead of his time. And that's all I know about Ronnie. Ronnie was the man. All of these guys. Steve Gaines, I never got a chance to meet him and really meet him. I met him backstage one time. I never got a chance to really know him. But from what I hear, he had a big heart, and what a heck of a musician he was, you know. So before I leave here today, I just want to thank each and every one of you. I see familiar faces here. I see unfamiliar faces, but I'm sure I know you anyway. And with that, I love each and every one of you. Brother Leon, we love you. We'll see you.
Leon Wilkeson was the kindest soul I've ever met in my life. I consider myself lucky to be able to call him a friend. Just know that we all feel the same sense of loss that you feel. And even though we're not going to see his smiling face, his spirit's going to live forever. We love you, Leon. God bless you, buddy.
I told you I run into so many friends this weekend. These two guys, Leon loved, used to play me tapes, bring them to me, recorded fresh off the PA system. You say, listen to these guys play. Fun music. But most of all, these two guys had the heart of a friend towards Leon. And we want not necessarily break the somberness of this thing, but let them play and comfort you some, and and just stay, because there's a lot left that we want to talk about, we want to do, and just listen to these guys play. This, Leon called these guys the Mixed Nuts. If you ever had a conversation for more than 30 minutes with Leon, these guys' names would always come up. So I want to introduce you to them and just let them play for you and just have a good time. Begin to relax and realize that we've lost a comrade, and let's have life. Okay?
This song is one of Leon's favorite songs that we used to do, because he did his great bass licks, as you know, on this particular song by America, and we're going to do it for you. It's for Leon Wilkeson.
We love you, Leon. Thank you. So many people want to express their condolences, and Mr. Skynyrd, where are you? Coach? Come here, buddy. I call him Coach. I had to call him Mr. Skynyrd. 4-inch wide paddle. When he showed up a while ago, I didn't have to ask who he was, because I remembered his face. Joseph Thurwell Junior High School, I was in the 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, and I had the privilege, I didn't know it then, because this is a good man. I hated his guts too. You know why? Because he was the symbol of that authority that none of us at 13 or 14 or 15 or 16 even cares to be around. The coach was the ultimate authority. in the school. The principal wasn't. The gym teacher always was. English teacher, they just taught you ABCs and how to read and write. But the gym coach, he was the ultimate authority as far as I was concerned. So, consequently, they were the ones we hated the most. We didn't know about loving people as people and all that, you know. We just knew that when I step out of line according to what my out of line means, he's going to tan my hiney. We could sue him nowadays for that, but, you know, maybe we could get something going, you know. And this, my friends, is Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Yeah. I would like to take a minute to say a word or two about Leon. I owned a lounge or two at one time, and when the band would come into town, some of them would come into the lounge, and some of them would sit in with the bands that we had playing in the lounge. And more than any of the others, Leon Wilkeson did that. And every time I ever met Leon, he was just so super nice to me, and I just got to tell you, he was definitely one of my favorites by far. One time we went to Macon, Georgia. We went to a wedding in Marshallville, Georgia, and it's not about 30 miles from Macon. We decided we'd go to Macon and to a restaurant and eat dinner. Walk in the restaurant, and here's Leon, and I think it was a couple of the Atlanta Rhythm Boys or something. And he made it a point to come over, and he's always was so nice, and I for one am going to miss him.
Never thought I'd be hugging his neck. Hi again. Everybody okay? You run into some friends, make some new acquaintances. Hearing some pretty good stories about my friend. Listen to some of the bass playing on the music and realizing he was a genius with 4 strings. We want to bring a little more civility to it right now, or lack thereof, depending on how well you know Artemis. Artemis was Leon's right-hand man. I played with drums for Leon a long time, and you know Artemis did. I ran into Bob Burns yesterday, and of course, I guess I ran into 7 or 8 drummers yesterday that had played with Leon. Will you agree that he was the best? Friends and neighbors, look up and just say hello to Artemis Palm.
Oh, man. I look around, and I've met so many people that have come from a long way. I was talking to a couple of guys that came in from Los Angeles, Dallas, Texas. They've come from everywhere to honor Leon. Leon would be so proud of everybody being here. I see a lot of fans. Run me about 2K off that bottom end there, Rick. If I didn't know better, I'd say Leon was running sound here, man.
We were doing fine that you got on.
Hey. But I'm seeing a lot of friends, of course, Coach Skynyrd. Lynyrd Skynyrd, the real Lynyrd Skynyrd, he's really a great person. And we've become friends over the years. He comes to some of our shows and signs autographs. And by the way, I think everybody understands that anybody that you see that you might want to get an autograph from today, they might not want to do that at this particular time. We'll reserve that for concerts and rock and roll music. But I can't say enough of the people that I'm seeing. All of Leon's friends, true friends. I know that everybody here, if you're here because you love Leon or because you love the music of Lynyrd Skynyrd. You love Ronnie Van Zant's music. You love the songs that he wrote. If you're here, that's why you're here, because you love the music and you knew the man. And Leon, I mean, I don't think anybody realized how great Leon was and how great a human being he was until we lost him. And now everybody's starting to think, I know that through my mind, I've got 1,000 Lynyrd Skynyrd-Leon stories that are going through my mind. And I just can't help but laugh about so many things. Leon and I were friends. I love Leon Wilkeson. I can tell you right now, I love Leon Wilkeson, the man, the musician, the father, the brother, the son. And I know that there's a lot of people here that love Leon in so many ways. I look around, I see musicians, all the guys from the Randall Hall Band, Tim Lindsay, all the friends that grew up with Leon, all of the musicians that played in the bands with him. And Leon did spread himself really thin. I mean, how many rock stars do you know, instead of just giving you an autograph, he'd go home and stay on your couch for a week and buy you groceries. He'd buy you groceries, and then he'd co-sign on a loan so you could get a car. I mean, I don't know of anybody like Leon in the music business, because I've met so many people in the music business over the years, and you have acquaintances that you meet, and you think they're friends, but they're not friends. And then years go by, and you realize that they were an acquaintance. But Leon Wilkeson was a friend to so many people, and he really did spread himself thin. Leon was 49 years old, and I think that he went way too soon. But I can hear Leon right now saying to, probably to me in my mind, since I'm 53, Leon's kind of saying, I never had to see the big 5-0. You can hear him saying that, I know. I think Leon should have had his own HBO comedy special. I think HBO really missed out not giving him a stand-up shot, because Leon was a funny person. Even when he was trying to be serious, some things came out really funny. And as I say, the actual ceremony was yesterday, and I'm glad that nobody got discouraged, realizing that today was not his actual burial. But he's buried by the fountain. He's by the fountain over there at Riverside, where Alan Collins is buried, and Lacey Van Zant's wife, the great Sister Van Zant, Marion Van Zant, and the rest of the family is over there. So please stop by and pay your respects. And I just want to sincerely say, if I've forgotten anybody, I'm sorry. If I've neglected to say something I should have said, I'm sorry for forgetting. But I'm overwhelmed with emotion and seeing everybody here, all of the great friends and the families. And I'd just like to thank everybody for coming today. Thank you.
Hello. I am not Roger Daltrey to begin with. I just wanted to say one thing. This whole show has been put on for you, the fans. This is going to be the site of the memorial, the cenotaph that is going to be erected in the memory of Leon Wilkeson. You are all invited to come by at your convenience to share your respects with it. This is where we're going to have the monument erected for Leon. It is going to be his memorial place, and it is being erected for you. And you're certainly welcome to come at a later date to share your private moments at any time and to pay your respects to Leon, because this is being built for you right here. Thank you.
Everybody okay? Leon had a nephew. His name is Mitchell Simmons. And I'm going to let him share a little bit about what he told me yesterday about Leon's role in his life. And I want you to pay close attention, because there's something important that he'll tell you. Then he wants to sing a song in Leon's honor. So just respect everything that takes place here today as you would if your own brother was dead. Okay? He wasn't my friend before a few days ago, but this is a good guy here. Mitchell Simmons.
First of all, I am here as a Lynyrd Skynyrd fan. It's just the type of music that I like. The other bands that I like are similar. I don't know if you choose that, if it's what you're raised on. I'm fortunate enough to have known Leon. The pride has been in my heart for many, many years, and just gets stronger every day. It's about to bust out of me. If you were growing up and you wanted to be a baseball player, I guess you'd be most proud if your uncle was maybe Babe Ruth. I wanted to be a bass player, and so he was the Babe Ruth of bass guitars. I figured Leon was just an average person. I was really young, and I got to go to my grandparents' house a lot while Leon was still in school. We did a lot of things. I did things he told me to do. He had another brother and two sisters. Two were already gone. Mary was there, and Leon and myself, and I just thought they were the greatest. He wasn't famous then. He was just Bubba. He had a newspaper route, and he drove by our house on his bicycle and threw newspapers out, and I would sit out in the mornings just to watch him go by. I told this story yesterday, and he taught me how to fold my fingers in a particular manner, which is impolite. I was only about 4, and he told me to go show my grandmother. So it wasn't enough he got me, he told me to tell my grandmother that Mary taught me how to do it. Leon slipped out the back door, and Grandpa slipped off his belt. It's just a lucky thing for me. This song was written by Eric Clapton when he lost his son. So it's to help deal with grief. But there is a lot of hope offered in this song. I've just recently started reading the Bible and going to church a lot. You don't have to change your life totally. I'm not a saint, but I'm giving it more and more thought. And situations like this really make you think hard about it. Go to church somewhere, open the Bible, and Leon wanted you to do that. He was a spiritual man.
I was blind, but now I see. 'Tis grace that taught my heart to feel, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils and snares, I had already come. 'Tis grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. When we've been there, when we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we know to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Amazing Grace, one more time, sing it. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now once was lost. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was so blind, but now I see.
For everybody, we love you, Leon.
Tammy, I didn't forget about you, darling. I'm just going to let you introduce yourself. I've just met her, and she is a sweet person. You'll recognize her name, and she was Leon's dear friend. Then I will come back and we'll pray and dismiss, and we'll be playing some CDs for a few minutes, and we're trying to hope the rain holds out just a little longer for us. But if not, we have to get this electronic equipment out of the rain so we don't get fried, okay? Tammy Van Zandt.
Hi. I just want to thank all of y'all for coming, and I know what Leon meant to every one of you because I can see it in your eyes and in your hearts, and he was like a father figure to me. All these guys are like father figures to me. When I lost my dad at 10, they've all been there for me, and I'm just so proud of Leon, and I know he's in a better place, and I know he's with my grandma and my dad and all of them, and they're just jamming away in heaven, you know. So just thank y'all so much. God bless you.
We could be here for weeks if everybody had a story to tell. If everybody had a kind moment to show, you know, that Leon showed them. Take your hats off and bow your heads again. Or open your eyes. It don't matter to me. You're not praying to the ground. What a memorial for a friend who passed with so many friends. Everybody can call him his personal. And you know how many times I've heard it, Artemis? Oh, he was my personal friend. He took the time to take me into his whatever and treat me like a personal friend. It's what separated him from most rock stars that I ran into in my lifetime. We're going to pray, and then, like I say, we're going to play a little more music and just let you disseminate in order or hang around and talk to people you've never seen before or that you may know. Grab somebody's hand that's next to you. I don't care how sweaty it is, or what color it is, or what gender it is. As Leon would never. He would always shake your hand and look you smooth in the eye without sunglasses on, and always just be genuine. So, Father, we've had a time here, and not enough has been said, but we take into consideration, Lord, the comfort, the emotions, and all of that of all the people that are in the place. And now we just commend the spirit of our good friend to you, Lord. We return his body into the grave where dust, it'll be taken and no longer used in this lifetime. We commend his spirit unto you, Lord, because we knew a little part of you while he was here. He would always say, God, he would say, I love you with the love of the Lord. And he experienced your love, God, or he would have never been able to tell us that he loved us with the love of the Lord. For all the people, Lord God, just find a way to individually, like Leon did, change his hats in every relationship to suit that person's desires and wishes and wants and comfort. And you custom made us a good guy. and we're better off for having known him.